What's up, guys? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. In the last episode, we got halfway through Dragon Roost Cavern, and in this episode, we're going to finish up, hopefully, this dungeon. I might stop it before the boss. Not entirely sure. It depends on how long it actually takes me to record this episode. So if we go fast, I might include the boss, and if we go slow, then I'll probably just leave that out for the next episode. In this room, there's a few enemies that we got to take care of. The first one being out in the open. The second one being hidden in a pot right here. Come here. Hey, don't you hit me. Come down here. Or I can get you myself, fool. Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah. Look at me, look at my fighting skills. My mad, awesome fighting skills right there. And then the third one is in this pot on the wall. And, of course, we will just kill him. Die like your other brethren. Die, you fool. And okay, that's that. So after they're all dead, obviously the door or the bars on the doors will unlock. But more importantly, you need to grab his little stick sword thing and bring it over here and light the second torch, which will reveal a treasure chest containing none other than something. Hang on, let's open it and find out what. I actually already know what it is, but that's not the point. It contains none other than the first treasure chart in this dungeon. That is the first of two. Second being one that we can only get after we obtain this dungeon's item and do a bit of backtracking, so that's fun. So now that just explains how to use treasure charts every single time you get one. It's kind of annoying that they do that every single time you get a treasure chart, but hey, what are you gonna do about it? So continuing on, we're gonna go in here, which is another room with an interesting mechanic that we're gonna get into right here. Actually, this is just a new enemy. What you want to do with this enemy right here is, well, hopefully not that. You want to wait until it does an attack so you can parry it. What are you doing? Get on the platform and attack me, you fool. You need to wait for the action command and parry his attack, which should kill him in one hit, and that did it right there. Hearts! Yay! Alright, but anyways, after you kill that dude off, you need to grab one of these water jugs, and I will show this off. This is actually really cool right here. You throw it right here, and jump on this real quick before the lava, like, thing spews up. You can actually ride this platform to the top, which is really cool. I like that about that. The little lava elevator. I always thought that was fun. And actually, right here, we are now in the room, which contains the boss door right there. You can kind of see it in the distance. But we cannot get to that yet because we still need to get the dungeon item. But if you grab this bomb and blow this giant rock up right here, there is your teleportation pot. Like I said, there's usually one near the boss door, so there's the one for this dungeon, and that's very useful, especially when we're going to do, especially since we're going to be backtracking later. And why didn't that blow up the door? All right, apparently that was not close enough to blow up the door. Whatever, game, whatever. Oh, that's not going to work either. Come on. Oh man, I'm having the worst time with these bombs, aren't I, guys? Like, this is just bad. Alright, I'm just gonna put you down. Alright, that works. That's one way to do it. Let's just get out of this stupid room. Blow yourself up with the door. Good job. Good job. That's like the one, like, foolproof way to blow up that door. Cool. Over here we get a nice, pan up shot of Blue being all angry and whatnot. But let's run up these stairs and... oh no, they're falling behind us. We have to run in a straight line. And that wasn't too hard, actually. But right in here, we'll notice Medley is locked up in a cage. And two goons appear to be guarding her. So we're going to take these guys out. One of the ways that you can take these guys out is just, do a spin attack. Like 3 to 4 times. That'll take these guys out. So I think it's actually faster just like, kind of go in and just smash the B button and brute force your way through this. It's pretty easy. I got a joy pendant right there. Very nice, very nice. That was kind of cool. It kind of like blocked out the sun. I don't know if it ever did that before. Maybe that is scripted actually, because it did move me over, so never mind. Maybe I just didn't notice that when I was practicing. Right here is a blue moblin. They're really nothing to worry about, but after you kill them, you do get something new that we haven't seen yet before. So I'll make sure to show that off after this shows the gate opening. Hopefully we'll get one right there. It is this is a skull necklace. I believe you need 20 of these. 20 of these, and you trade it to something, or you show it to somebody, whatnot, and you get something good for that. So, another questing item that we will worry about later, and let's talk to Medley. Link, you came to rescue me. Oh, thank you. I had to tell you what I found out. This is terrible. Some creature is doing awful things to the Great Valu's tail. That's why he's so angry. Roar! The Great Valu's tail hangs down to the room below here. There's got to be something in there. I wonder if those mean monsters who captured me have something to do with it. I'll bet they do. We've got to do something now before it's too late. I'll go and tell everyone what's happening. Here, Link, use this to get out of here. It's what I used to get this far. It's a device we Rito used before we evolved the wings. And here's our dungeon item of the dungeon. It is the grappling hook. It allows you to do some pretty cool things. Set it to Y, Z, or X, and you can use it to grab onto things and swing across. But it's just the game's just going to tell us how to use it again in about 30 seconds, so we'll worry about that then. Here, Link, climb on that little ledge over there so I can show you something. That's where she's going to show. I love how she's like said that she used the grappling hook to get up this far, and then she just gives it to us and flies away. Like, all right, if you could fly the whole time, why did you even need the grappling hook? But once you get up here, she's going to tell you how to use it. And basically, here's what you do. You hit the button that it's equipped to and use the control stick to aim. And when you get that symbol, you press the button that your grappling hook is equipped to again, and you swing across. Basically, it acts like a rope, like it did in the pirate ship minigame, like when we were on Tetris pirate ship. After it's grabbed on, that's basically the whole mechanics. After that, it's just basic rope mechanics, except for the fact that you can hold R and slide up and down on the rope to like give yourself more length of the rope and less length of the rope. So that is your grappling hook mechanic. Nothing too hard to understand and grasp. Pretty basic stuff right there. But we are actually going to go and use this to get the last few things in this dungeon that we can right now, which is a chest of a joy pendant, I believe. We have a treasure chart, I believe, and then we have the big key or the boss key, whichever you feel like calling it. I'll probably call it the boss key just because that goes with other Zelda things, but whatever. Another cool thing I can show off right here with the grappling hook, now that I just remembered about it, is if you go up to an enemy and target them and use the grappling hook on them, you can automatically steal an item from them. And that's a good way to get joy pendants pretty easily, especially later on when if you combine it with another sort of, not really a glitch, but another easy way that you can get joy pendants is, well, we'll explain when we get there, but you get the point. There's lots of easy ways to get joy pendants in the game and other sorts of questing items, so you don't really need to worry about them too much until you really need them, and even then, it's not that bad. But we need to actually break this bridge over here, because we need to get down to that treasure chest that just appeared right behind us right here. So let's go and open this, and this should be our joy pendant of the dungeon. There it is right there. Sweet. We now have, I don't know, like 6 of these, I think. Again, I'm not going to keep track of these anymore, really. Basically, you need 60 total, as I said before. And after that, collect them as much as your heart desires. But right here, this is actually going to act as a little shortcut in the game. But make sure you spin attack and cut all these ropes at the same time by standing in the middle and doing your spin attack. And this will act as a shortcut between the 1st floor and the 4th floor. But since we're already at the end of the dungeon anyways, that's really not that useful to us. We're probably only going to use it one more time in this entire dungeon. But should we ever come back here, I'm sure we can find that necessary, or useful, rather. Over here, you'll notice that this door is locked, so what you gotta do is use your grappling hook and aim at this red one, which looks slightly different than all the other grappling posts. So you just aim at it, and when you get out to far enough, it'll pull that down, which will open the door. And then just swiftly swing back, and you can go in that door. And we're just going to avoid that bat, because he's a loser. No one likes you, bats. So this is really where you're going to, the first part where you can experiment with your new grappling hook mechanic. So, you know, you just hold R, you can tilt around, and then if you tilt down on the control stick while holding R, you can add more slack to the rope. And then, of course, you swing and swing until you get enough momentum or speed to make that jump, and then you keep going. But yeah, I really do like the dungeon item in this, or the item that you get from this dungeon, and it actually is used quite a bit in this game, to be honest with you. Certain other dungeon items, you know, they might not be used as much, but the grappling hook is actually used a lot throughout the entire game. But over here, this is where we're gonna get our boss key. So what you want to do with this guy is, instead of killing him like you normally would, you want to just get a couple hits on him and get him to turn to a ball like this. Then you want to pick him up and run him over to the switch and press R to put him down, to weigh down that switch. That way we can open this treasure chest. And since I already spoiled what it was, there's really no need to, try and make it more epic than it is. It's the big key. There we go. Use this to get to the entrance where the boss lurks. So blah blah blah. That's fun. We have one more item to pick up, and that's in the very first floor of this dungeon, I believe. So we're going to have to do a bit of backtracking. Isn't that going to be fun? Our first backtrack. Is this technically our first backtrack? I guess you could count this as our first backtrack. I don't know if you want to count the Forsaken Fortress as our first backtrack, but that could have just been because I screwed up a few times and actually had to restart some of the... Not restart, but revisit some of the places just because I screwed up. I'm going to try and get this fire bat out of the way. Get out of the... There we go. Alright. And we're just going to swing up back to that shortcut that we activated earlier, where that was, and we're actually going to use that for the second and probably last time during this visit to Dragon Roost Cavern. Should we ever come back here again, as I mentioned before, we will probably use it. So we're going to quickly backtrack. I was thinking about cutting the backtracking out, but I kind of do want to show how you would get to there from here, because some of you might be playing along, I don't know, and if you don't know your way through this dungeon, it's your first time playing the game maybe, I would like you to know where to go and not get lost. But yeah, so you just have to wait for this shortcut thing to come down, and hopefully that'll be soon. There it is, and we'll jump on this and wait for the lava to bring us up to the next area. And I actually noticed when you're kind of standing on this thing and looking out, the frame rate of the game actually drops a little bit. It's not like your standard 30 FPS anymore. It drops below that, which I thought was funny because that just kind of shows the GameCube's hardware limitations to a bit. Go away, Firebat! No one loves you. Gosh, you too. Ah, great! I'm on fire now. That's just great. And yes, you do lose a little bit of health from on fire. And over here, here's one of those another one of those mechanic sections where you got to use the water to create an obsidian platform that will shoot you up to the next layer or level of said place. This is actually going to take us back outside where we originally grappled to. I'm just going to avoid that bat that was behind me, I think. Actually, that was not a moblin, that was a, whatever those enemies are called, I don't even care. But anyways, yeah, so we're back out here now, where we originally grappled to. And now we got to grapple all the way back up. So that's fun, right, guys? We just love using the new grappling hook that we got in this dungeon. It's kind of a bit overused actually in the game. Like the thing I think I hate most about the grappling hook is that every single time you use it, you have to see that cutscene of you throwing it grabbing onto it, and then you can swing. It does take up a lot of time after a while. So anyways, now we're back into the boss room, and we're actually going to be using the teleportation pot to get back to the beginning portion of this dungeon. So we're going to jump in this real quick and have it teleport us to the very beginning of the dungeon. Being very repetitive in my in that whole description of this. And yes, the enemies do respawn, but since we landed up here, we can just kind of bypass them and say, ha, losers, goodbye. So anyways, now we're back on the first floor, and someone actually did comment on how to destroy this rock. You were supposed to throw a rock at those two bombs, but didn't I try that in the recording? I believe I did try that in the recording, and it didn't actually work for me. So apparently there's like a specific way you have to do that, so you know, that's how you destroy the rock. I figured I should point that out and let you guys know. So here's the last treasure chart in the game. It's way back in this room at the beginning of the dungeon. We couldn't get it before since we didn't have the grappling hook, but since we do now, we can easily open this treasure chest and grab this treasure chart and continue on with our dungeon. Thankfully, again, we have to read this entire text thing every time we get a treasure chart. Kind of annoying. It's only like the things that I hate about this game aren't really things that are like game breaking and would make me want to not play it. It's just there's little tiny things that like if they didn't do that, it would make it a little bit better, but it's not anything I hate about this game. This is one of my favorite games ever. I could probably play this game a lot of times before I even got bored of it. So yeah, we're just gonna actually use these teleportation pots again. Like I said, these things are pretty useful, especially if you don't do a dungeon in one sitting. Like I typically don't. I didn't record this dungeon in one sitting. I'll just let you guys know. I recorded the first half as yesterday's episode technically, and then I'm gonna record right now is going to be tomorrow's episode because I'm recording it the same night that I uploaded on Monday. So this will go up tomorrow on Tuesday. But anyways, I usually don't record more than 1 or 2 episodes a night, since I like to have my commentary and my episodes up to date, so to speak. But anyways, now that we have our grappling hook, we can grapple over here, and we can fight this loser. Die! Die! How did you hurt me from that? Are you not? Why won't you die? All right. I probably should use my own advice and actually just wait for the parry and just to kill him in one hit. You didn't die. Okay, he did die in one hit. I was gonna say for a second there. Give me your heart. So we got 2 treasure chests right here. This one contains rupees. Yep. Yellow rupee worth 10 rupees, although our wallet was already full, so that was wasted completely. This one should contain a joy pendant. No, a knight's crest. Alright, I was incorrect. Those are actually useful too. If you get 10 of these, you get a new attack, which is going to be awesome once we get that. Oh, there's the joy pendant. Okay, and then this one should just be rupees or hearts. Oh, actually, that's fair. Hang on. I didn't. Oh, crap, this is full of water. Alright, I need to use this water then, just so I can have an empty bottle. Quick, use the water. I actually want to get this fairy and show off the fairies and what they do and whatnot. Hopefully that fairy disappeared. Awesome. Well, good thing there's another one over here. Hopefully, let's grab this guy. Come on, come on. There we go. Okay, we got him. Alright, fairies in a bottle. What they do now is should I die in this boss battle, hypothetically, of course, if you die in this boss battle, it's pretty sad considering it is a pretty boss. It's a pretty easy boss. It does look rather nice, too. Although Wind Waker's graphics are pretty amazing, I would say. Anyways, but if you die, that fairy will bring you back to life. And if you do need it before you die, you can use it at any time by just equipping your bottle and releasing it. And I don't want my bottle in the way, so I'm going to equip the Picto Box instead. But we are at the boss store, but we are pretty late into this recording, so I'm going to cut it here. In the next episode, we're going to take on the boss of this dungeon, guys. Are you excited? I'm totally excited. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.